there has been negative propaganda put out about me that's not true.
Looking back, it's like, damn, like, you know, why our names wasn't on the credits? Where the percentages at?
You know, we were 13, 14, 15.
There was really no one to step in place and be like, yo, like, where's the split sheets at?
And everybody else, you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts.
If you think that I'm a scumbag that would ever steal anything, my name is Diddy, Sean Combs. I never took nothing from nobody a day in my life.
We all know Diddy is a monster in the music industry. Victims are coming forward and now artists are sharing their stories. There are handfuls of talent who have signed with Diddy's record label and never were paid off for their music. They also claim he was a terrible businessman and exploited anyone he could get his hands on. So let's get into it. Lately, everybody's been talking about Diddy and the terrible things that he has done throughout his career. Cassie exposed him for their relationship and how he drugged her and assaulted her multiple times. We've got other women who are coming forward with lawsuits filed against him for what he has put them through. And now everyone's understanding that Diddy is a terrible person, which about time. But today, I want to take a look at the past and talk about his involvement with the boy group B5. Now, this is a group of guys that are brothers, and they came together and they had some hit songs. And actually, Diddy saw their talent and decided to cash in on them. The group is actually from St. Petersburg, Florida, which I used to live there at one point. I love St. Petersburg. I would go back in a heartbeat. Not a lot going on, but a beautiful town. So the boy group struck up a deal with Diddy and Bad Boy Records. They released their self-titled album B5 back in 2005, and it looked like they were kind of mimicking the Jackson 5. They had a promising career, and with Diddy behind them, they felt like they were headed to stardom.
B5 is a boy band featuring 4 brothers and their cousin, Dustin Michael, Kelly Allen, Patrick Owen, Brian Jesse, and Carnell Frederick. The group spawned a couple of successful singles such as the Jackson 5 cover of All I Do and their other single, You Got Me.
So these are young boys who are thrown into the music industry and they didn't really know what they were doing, and they probably signed contracts they didn't understand. The group's youngest member, Brian Breeding, revealed on Instagram that he never received a paycheck from Diddy for their Bad Boy releases. He wrote, 15 years from today, my life was changed forever, releasing our first commercial self-titled album B5 on July 19th, 2005. Looking back at it now is full of bitter-sweet memories. Sharing my life with my 4 older brothers and cousin was my pride, joy, and passion. Only short-lived though. After being exposed to the deep levels of politics and agendas, quickly helped me realize that the music business is less about music and more about the business, which was fine to overlook at the age of 12 and stay focused on my craft, trying to protect my innocence for the love of music. But this is usually the beginning of exploits for snakes to come into the picture, cleverly hiding behind contracts only in favor of one's creating it. He continued, adding that the only money that B5 received was earned from live performances and merchandise. He said, I've never seen a penny from any of our B5 commercial albums. For years, we reached out to lawyers, advisors, even TV networks for a chance to help us tell our story. He said, for young artists to read your contracts and create new sounds for the love of music. You don't need to compromise for the bag or be glamorized by a record label deal. Enough artists are doing it on their own and they have ownership, which I totally get, because Diddy's entire premise in the music industry is locking these people into these contracts and exploiting their talent for money. Since these boys have grown up, they've become more outspoken against Diddy. While appearing on the We in Miami podcast, the members of the group made a public plea to Diddy to keep true to his word. One member of the group said, we didn't hear anything regarding the publishing of their music. We got no calls, nothing like that. Essentially, these boys want to own their music again. We see Taylor Swift go through this battle with Scooter Braun. Now she's re-recording all of her music. Well, they want Diddy just to give them their rights back so they could make money off the music they created.
We were so young at the time, we didn't understand the business of it, but you know, now it's like looking back, it's like, damn, like, you know, why our names wasn't on the credits? You know what I mean? Why, where the percentages at? Where the pub at? You know what I mean?
Back then, you know, we were 13, 14, 15.
There was really no one to step in place and be like, yo, like, where's
that-
the split sheets at? Like, make sure he gets this percentage, you know what I mean?
So now they're asking where their money's at, but they didn't leave the record label just because of the money. They claim they weren't seeing eye to eye with Diddy and what he wanted for the group.
Do you regret leaving Bad Boy?
No, we just couldn't see eye to eye. You know what I mean? So we decided to split.
Now, this isn't the first time that Diddy's been accused of screwing his artists over. Both rapper Maze and Q Parker of the R&B group 112 say they never received a full payment from Bad Boy Records, which is owned by Diddy. Maze worked with Diddy, and he's actually called out him several times for unfair business practices, which is pretty scary because Diddy's a powerful guy, as we've seen. In a social media post, he called out Diddy, claiming that he was ripped off and other artists under Diddy are also being ripped off. And what's interesting about Diddy's approach is that he tries to act like he's on the defense, that, you know, they're the ones that are really going through it, struggling to get these artists to, you know, make these records and to essentially make money, trying to make himself seem like a victim in a way.
Every year, y'all be killing us, man. Man, I'm talking about the pain. I'm speaking for all the artists here, the producers, the executives, the amount of time that it takes to make these records, to pour your heart out into it, and you just want an even playing field. In the great words of Erykah Badu, we are artists and we are sensitive about our
After seeing that speech is when Maze decided to go public. He wrote, "Your past business practices knowingly has continued to purposely starve your artists and have been extremely unfair to the same artists that helped you obtain that icon award." Maze went on to claim that 24 years ago, Diddy only gave the artist $20,000 for the rights to his publishing. He said that this move made him never want to work with Diddy again. Since then, Maze has been trying to fight Diddy for the rights to his music. At one point, he even offered $2 million to Diddy to give him his rights back, but Diddy refused, making it difficult for Maze to continue working.
You need more proof? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. You're not signing, because I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that.
He's right, not all money is good money, and even though he did sign an NDA, he was outspoken, and his outspokenness is a form of bravery, and he was rewarded. Even though it sucks that Diddy still has the power here, he actually gave his publishing rights back to Maze. He also gave it to other artists like Notorious B.I.G. and Faith Evans. So Maze was pretty happy about this move, but other artists who have been signed to Bad Boy Records aren't happy, like B5, our boy group who wants their rights back. By having these publishing rights back, it means that these artists can receive money and royalties for their songs. Diddy only made this move because he's faced so much criticism for his treatment of artists on his label. Even though Maze was able to get his rights back, he still wasn't happy. He wasn't satisfied. He said, "Diddy gave the publishing back. So what? It has no value. I want him to give me $1 million cash, then I can plan the rest of my life." So he knows giving back these publishing rights, they're not going to mean anything because these artists haven't made music in years. People aren't really streaming it. It's not really worth anything. It was really a smart move for Diddy. I mean, he can now say, "Oh no, I gave the rights back. I'm a good guy," trying to rewrite the narrative and his reputation. Diddy actually shut down claims that he steals from his artists. Supposedly, Diddy is tired of the disrespect and the jokes that he never pays his artists. And during an interview with The Breakfast Club, he tried to squash the narrative that he steals money. He said, "I never took nothing from nobody a day in my life. All I've ever given is opportunity and more money than a person was making prior." Just because you're paying these rappers more money than they were making before doesn't mean that you're paying them what they are worth.
First of all, is there has been negative propaganda put out about me that's not true, and has really tried to stain my legacy. If you think that I'm a scumbag that will ever steal anything, my name is Diddy, Sean Combs. I never took nothing from nobody a day in my life. All I've ever given is opportunity and more money than a person was making.
But they don't let him get off that easy. They do challenge him.
You don't steal from artists is what you're saying?
Never.
So how does a narrative like that happen with so many different people?
Because people have this thing called the tap out button. When you get to a certain point and the money is running low, you gotta run this hustle to try to find somebody to blame.
So essentially he's saying that his artists are spending all the money that he gave them and now they're coming back to him wanting more, which kind of makes sense because you see some of these like athletes or these artists get a big sign on and they spend it all in one day and now they have no money. But what he's alluding to, it's a phenomenon. It happens. But also at the same time, he's not paying these people adequately. And it seems like he's paying them like a one-time check for music that he will make money off of for decades to come. They did ask him about the Maze situation, and he claims that he only did one album with Maze. So how much money do you think I really owe him? He's claiming that Maze didn't make that much. His record didn't make that much. So essentially this guy is just looking for money that's not even existing. Diddy actually claims that Maze owes him $3 million, which is a turn in events.
The Mace thing, I did one album with Mace. One album. How much money do you think I owe this guy? One album, and then he became a fake pastor, and then y'all gonna let him throw dirt on the God's name? I wrote each and every one, and each and everybody, and anybody could come and step up. Bring your receipts. But I'm not playing. I'm back outside and I'm fighting back for us, and I'm also do a little fighting back for me.
So clearly Diddy is upset, and it's kind of scary to see how angry he gets by this, because if he's innocent, then why are you getting so upset? And I mean, I think he knows that the implications involve his reputation and how people see him and other artists who will potentially do business with him. Because if all these artists are coming out and saying that they're not getting paid, I mean, who's going to want to sign with Diddy from there on?
Fight for your reputation. I'm going to fight for my reputation. I'm going to fight for the honorable man I am, the righteous king that I am. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? There could have been an accountant mess up on this one or that one, things that happen in the business. But me actually, like, I'm running a hustle to get money. I started delivering papers at 12 years old.
Now, I think after learning recent stories about Cassie and other women, I don't believe that Diddy's a good guy. I really do think he's conniving, because if even half of what he's being accused of is true, he's really a monster and he's manipulative. Even though there's two sides to this story, I do agree that probably these artists aren't worth as much as they think they are. Like, I'm sorry, I'm like not trying to hurt your feelings, but like your album probably didn't make as much money. Though I do think that you're owed a lot more than what you were given, especially like Maze, like the $20,000, like that's really nothing. But really, this is an awakening, because the music industry and the contracts involved, and even the YouTube stuff, like some of the sponsorship contracts, like you really have to read those through, because you can get screwed over so easily. And Diddy is the type who doesn't seem to have any feelings about, screwing someone over. Like, I mean, how he's done Cassie, how he's done these women, how he's done these artists. He really doesn't care about anyone's well-being but his own. So I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Let's go ahead and open a P.O. Box package item. So it looks like this is from Amanda, and it says this side up. This is a handmade item. So I will go ahead and list their business below. You guys know I love supporting small businesses. Sloan, it's spooky season, so I wanted to send you some more gifts. You seem to be going through it lately. Oh, and I wanted to bring you a smile. Oh, is it that obvious? Thank you so much for everything you do while risking your own safety. You are the one YouTuber who shared my package, so I'm super grateful. I'm in an abusive home, and every little bit helps. And it looks like the IG is fox_buns, and it's craftedcafe.etsy.com from they them Ash. Thank you, Ash. I really appreciate this. If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. That is to live by. Let's go ahead and see this package. There's a lot here. So it looks like we have some really cute postcards right here, which I love the design. We've got some stickers, and then we've got a package of a few different things. We've got this like little wood thing right here, which I guess is like some resin decor, which is cute. It looks like, is it like a pizza maybe? Or like what type of food is this? Then we've got this cute little like hanging thing with a crystal, and wow, I will list your shop below. It looks like you could use code like thanks for 25% off, which is great. I can't wait to have my new studio and have like a bunch of the stuff that you guys have given me and just have them like hanging around, and like I'm so excited for it. And it looks like here we've got a bunch of jewelry. She also sent like, they also sent respecting pronouns here. Some tees as well, some stickers, and then we've got a bunch of jewelry here, like some really interesting earrings, which I've never actually changed my earrings before, but it looks like I might have to. There's like, I feel like these are like good for definitely spooky season. You got that right. So definitely go and check it out. We've got so many different pieces here. I don't even know where to go next. Looks like, oh my gosh, look. Like a little like necklace bracelet moment here. Maybe it's a necklace. Gotta figure this one out. Wow, there's so many pieces here. I don't even know where to go. We've got some keychains here. Some, oh my gosh, some grapes. My favorite artist is, well, Tara Jr. is one of them. And their theme is grapes, which I love Tara Jr. And look at this. There is so much here. I feel like I need to go through a whole unboxing. Wow, thank you so much, Ash. I really appreciate this. Go ahead and check their shop out. I will list it below. I love these care packages. There's so many things. Some new decor. Like, I've already shown you guys this, right? There's just a lot. So thank you so much, Ash. Go ahead and check out their shop. I need to go look at it because there's a lot to choose from. So thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.